Imagine being told that the towering figures of history, those larger-than-life names you've only encountered in faded textbooks or dusty museum plaques, were captured in photographs, their faces frozen in time for us to see. These aren't just distant legends or abstract ideas. They were flesh and blood people whose choices, struggles, and triumphs shaped the world we navigate today. From fearless revolutionaries to visionary inventors, from bold leaders to introspective thinkers, these icons lived in an era when cameras were rare, yet their images survive, offering a glimpse into the souls who altered history. In this journey, we'll bring you face to face with these trailblazers, revealing the stories behind their photographs and the legacies that still echo in our lives. So, buckle up for a deep dive into the lives of those who built, challenged, and reshaped our world, proving that history isn't just words on a page. It's the heartbeat of real people who dared to dream big. Chief Seattle, the peacemaker who bridged worlds, was born around 1786 into a time of seismic change, leading the Suquamish and Duwamish tribes in what's now Washington state with a wisdom that transcended conflict. Known as Seal in his native tongue, he forged alliances between his people and the encroaching settlers, earning the trust of pioneer Doc Maynard, a bond so profound that the burgeoning city of Seattle was named in his honor, a legacy etched in the very streets we walk today. Unlike many leaders of his time, Chief Seattle chose diplomacy over warfare, navigating cultural divides with a grace that left a lasting mark, teaching us that true strength lies in finding common ground amid tension. Remarkably, he initially resisted having the city named after him, as his culture viewed speaking a deceased person's name as disrespectful to their spirit, yet he relented, showcasing his willingness to compromise for the greater good. His photograph, a rare capture from the 1860s, shows a weathered face that radiates resolve, a testament to a man who balanced tradition with progress in a rapidly changing world. Annie Oakley, the sharpshooting trailblazer, redefined what women could achieve long before the term girl boss existed. Born Phoebe in Mosey in 1860, she picked up a rifle not for fame, but for survival, hunting to feed her impoverished family. By 15, her uncanny aim outshot seasoned marksmen in a contest that left jaws on the floor, propelling her to stardom. Joining Buffalo Bill's Wild West show in 1885, she became its highest earner next to Bill himself, dazzling audiences with feats like splitting a playing card edge on from 90 feet or shooting a cigarette from the German crown prince's mouth, an act of precision and nerve that cemented her legend. In an era when women were expected to stay silent and domestic, Annie's rifle spoke volumes, proving talent knows no gender. She also empowered thousands of women by teaching them to shoot, advocating for self-defense and independence, her steely gaze in photographs reflecting a defiance that still inspires. Karl Marx, the philosopher whose ideas ignited global debates, was born in 1818 and saw a world riddled with inequality, declaring it unjust. From 1836 to 1860, he penned works that challenged the economic order, most notably the Communist Manifesto in 1848, co-authored with Friedrich Engels, who bankrolled his research as Marx toiled in the British Library, often penniless himself, an irony for a man reshaping economic thought. His vision of workers uniting to topple capitalist elites sparked revolutions and fueled arguments that still rage in lecture halls and online forums. Whether you view him as a visionary or a provocateur, Marx's ideas forced humanity to grapple with fairness, power, and wealth distribution, his bearded face in early photographs exuding a fierce intellect that refused to accept the status quo. Sigmund Freud, the pioneer of the mind, born in 1856, revolutionized how we understand ourselves by founding psychoanalysis. Before him, the inner workings of the psyche were a mystery, but Freud's theories about the unconscious, dreams as coded messages, and the power of talk therapy opened new doors to mental health. From his Vienna office, he explored hidden desires, buried fears, and childhood memories, arguing they shaped our actions in ways we barely grasp. While some of his ideas, like the Oedipus complex, raised eyebrows, his legacy lies in making it acceptable to seek help through therapy, a practice that endures today. His photographs, with a piercing stare and cigar in hand, capture a man unafraid to probe the depths of human consciousness, forever changing how we confront our inner selves. Johnny Appleseed, born John Chapman in 1774, was the eccentric environmentalist who planted more than trees. He sowed a vision for a sustainable future. Roaming Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, West Virginia, and Canada, he didn't just scatter apple seeds. He established nurseries, grew saplings, and shared them with settlers, blending business savvy with a love for nature. Known for his barefoot treks and tin pot hat, he lived simply, embodying kindness to people, animals, and the earth. His photograph, though rare, shows a gentle soul whose legacy of conservation reminds us to nurture the planet for generations yet to come. Butch Cassidy, born Robert Leroy Parker in 1866, turned outlaw into legend as the leader of the Wild Bunch, pulling off daring train and bank heists with charm and wit. Unlike the ruthless bandits of his era, he avoided bloodshed, earning a Robin Hood-like allure. With his partner, the Sundance Kid, and Etta Place, he fled to South America in 1901, trying to go straight as ranchers in Argentina before slipping back into crime. His 1890s photograph, taken in a studio with the Wild Bunch, reveals a roguish grin, hinting at the charisma that made him a folk hero, even as his fate, likely dying in a 1908 Bolivian shootout, remains shrouded in mystery. James K. Polk, the 11th U.S. president, born in 1795, was a rare politician who kept his word. Elected in 1844, he promised to expand U.S. territory, strengthen the executive branch, lower tariffs, and serve one term, and he delivered on every count. His victory in the Mexican-American War added vast lands to the nation, though it fueled slavery debates that divided the country. Exhausted by his relentless work, he died just 3 months after leaving office in 1849, his daguerreotype showing a stern resolve that matched his unyielding commitment. His story challenges today's leaders to match actions with promises, a legacy of integrity etched in his somber portrait. Leo Tolstoy, born in 1828, was the Russian literary giant whose epic novels like War and Peace and Anna Karenina redefined storytelling. His sprawling works, filled with soldiers, peasants, and aristocrats, captured the raw pulse of human nature, earning him multiple Nobel Prize nominations. Later, his spiritual awakening led him to renounce wealth, causing family strife but deepening his quest for truth. His photograph, with a flowing beard and contemplative eyes, reflects a man who wrestled with life's big questions, his words still shaping how we tell stories and seek meaning. John Quincy Adams, born in 1767, carried the weight of being John Adams' son, yet carved his own path as a diplomat, senator, and the 6th U.S. president in 1825. After one term, he defied convention by serving 17 years in the House, fighting slavery and defending free speech, collapsing on the House floor in 1848 and dying days later. His voluminous diaries and solemn photographs reveal a man of relentless duty, proving public service can be a calling, not a crown. Harriet Tubman, born into slavery around 1822, became the fearless conductor of the Underground Railroad, leading 70 enslaved people to freedom across 13 perilous missions. As a Union scout and spy during the Civil War, she defied bounties on her head, her steely photograph capturing a courage that never wavered despite lifelong injuries from a childhood head trauma. Her advocacy for women's suffrage and care for the formerly enslaved cemented a legacy of freedom for all. Andrew Jackson, the seventh U.S. president, born in 1767, rose from frontier lawyer to war hero and founder of the Democratic Party, winning the presidency in 1828 after a bitter 1824 loss. His victories in battle made him a national icon, but his role in the Trail of Tears, forcibly removing Native Americans, stains his legacy. His photograph, with a weathered scowl, reflects a man of fierce contradictions, reminding us that heroes can cast dark shadows. Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington, born in 1769, was the military mastermind who defeated Napoleon at Waterloo in 1815, a victory that reshaped Europe. His strategic brilliance and care for his troops earned him statues across Britain and 2 terms as prime minister. His stately portrait captures a leader who turned the tide of history with discipline and daring. Benito Mussolini, born in 1883, rose from a blacksmith's son to Italy's fascist dictator, leading his nation into World War II alongside Hitler. His multilingual charm masked a descent into tyranny, his photograph a chilling reminder to guard democracy against charismatic strongmen. Frederick Douglass, born into slavery in 1818, escaped to become a towering abolitionist voice, his eloquence debunking racist myths. His speeches, books, and vice presidential nomination in 1872 left an indelible mark, his piercing photograph embodying a fight for justice that resonates today. Abraham Lincoln, born in 1809, guided America through its Civil War as the 16th president, issuing the Emancipation Proclamation and delivering timeless speeches before his 1865 assassination. His gaunt, soulful photograph reflects a leader who held a nation together through sheer will. Peter Freuchen, the Danish explorer born in 1886, braved Arctic ice on the Thule expeditions, proving a rival's claims false at near-fatal cost, his rugged portrait capturing a fearless spirit. The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, born in 1867 and 1871, turned their Ohio bicycle shop into the birthplace of flight, achieving the first powered flight in 1903. Their focused photographs embody dreamers who made the skies accessible. Helen Keller, born in 1880, overcame blindness and deafness with teacher and Sullivan's help, earning a degree from Radcliffe and championing disability and women's rights, her serene portrait radiating resilience. Lewis Carroll, born Charles Dodgson in 1832, crafted Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, his whimsical tales and stuttering-inspired Dodo character enchanting generations, his photograph hinting at a playful mind. Emily Dickinson, born in 1830, wrote 1,800 poems, only a handful published in her lifetime, her delicate photograph belying a genius whose words on love, death, and nature endure. These figures weren't just names. They were visionaries, rebels, and dreamers whose photographs bring them to life, reminding us that history is shaped by real people whose choices ripple through time. What do you think of these faces from the past? Do they inspire you, challenge you, or make you see history differently? Drop your thoughts below. And if this journey through time captivated you, like, subscribe, and explore more stories that prove the past is never as distant as it seems.